your boy, don't want the Scar in Space, your boy Scarface, and I want to thank you guys always for tuning in to another episode. Every week, you guys tune into episodes. You guys love them. You guys constantly ask questions on there. You like them. You share them. You love the clips. Shout out to everyone who's here from TikTok, because I also like to post the clips over there too as well. So, thank you guys again wherever you're listening to. If you're listening to the video version on Spotify, please give us a 5-star, rate it. Uh, if you're over on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. Also, uh, drop a comment, share, or whatever the case, or wherever you're listening to, Apple Podcasts, you name it. Leave us a 5-star, whatever you can. It definitely helps out the podcast, and so I really do appreciate it. Um, but I actually wanted to get into this episode mainly because of just like recent things that happened over this year and like towards the end of last year, right? Because we all go through phases, meaning like we all, like, especially if you're single, you might start talking to somebody, you might, try to see where things go. And I think the biggest thing for me this past, I'm just done accepting half-ass uh like consistency from people. You know what I mean? Like, I understand I get busy too, but if I'm interested in somebody, I tend to, try to put in more effort or try to do what I can to, you know, uh try to make things work. You know what I mean? And it just other people, like, that's why I just stopped. Everybody that I was talking to, if I was talking to them, like, even in the, like, I'm so easy or fast to cut people off. I'm just done. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like this. I shouldn't be having to deal with, like, damn, like, a one word response or anything like that, or people who are like also hot and cold with myself, because I get it. I've done it too before, but maybe it just, I'm done. Meaning, like, I'm done trying to put an effort with people that I thought could have gone somewhere, but it's just you try to put this effort in, right? And then the other person, it seems like everything is like half-assed, uh like they're not putting in effort. And I'm always giving you guys advice too, like, if that happens, move on. And so that's why I was just like, you know what? Because I recently listened to a clip that I shared with Jackie, and she said in 2024 she was like clearing everything. Like, she's not, like, anyone she was talking to, anybody like that, just cutting off. We're done. Like, if it didn't go anywhere, it didn't lead anywhere, she's doing her thing. And I was like, you know what? Let's do the same. Let's not be in the search for, like, if whoever, like, if I was talking to somebody, like, done. Like, if they're not going to be putting in effort and things like that, I'm not going to be doing the same thing either. So that's why I was like, I'm good. I'm good. There was a girl who I was talking to last year, and she kind of messaged me, and she was like basically saying, like, what happened. And I clearly told her, I was like, it didn't, to me, it felt like you weren't putting in effort. Like, of course, the guy should be doing the majority of the courting, like, trying to get to know this person, making things happen. But at the same time, I like to feel like the girl is also putting in a little bit of effort. It makes me know that this person is interested in myself, and I'm not just wasting my time. And that's why. And when I feel like that, that's why I usually just check out. And I told her, I was like, that's why. Like, it felt like you weren't putting in any effort. She was like, yeah, but I wanted to see where it went. Yeah, but you didn't show me at all that you were interested. Like, sometimes you would just like half-ass respond. It's because this, no, like, I get it. We all have life that happens. I get busy, but at the same time, like, if I'm into you, I try to make things work. I try to make something happen. I try to talk. Uh, there were some times when she wanted to FaceTime, and I had a bunch of stuff to do, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sit down and FaceTime for a little bit, just because I know she likes to do that. And then, afterwards, I'll just stay up later and finish what I need to do. And see, that was me making compromises and things like that. And sometimes I felt like she was not putting in very much effort. Like, it. That's why, like I said, I always just check out. I'm just like, I was better off by myself than having to be like, yo, like, what the hell, like, what's going on here? And especially since I still have that mindset, and I know it sucks, but I'm trying to get rid of it. The whole, everyone's eventually going to leave. I know people are like, oh no, like, that's just how I feel, and that's just how it's been. Like, it always feels like eventually that person, like whoever I'm talking to at the moment, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before I mess it up. It's only a matter of time before something happens that's a red flag, and then I check out, and because trust me, I've messed up certain situations, and I take full accountability for that. That was my fault. Um, and so like I'm not saying like those situations. It's just over time. That's why I'm single almost 3 years, and um, maybe these are signs. The universe telling me, yo, just like chill out, like keep doing your thing, like you're doing great things right now. You're you're hustling, you're grinding. A lot of opportunities are opening up. Like even more opportunities are opening up now, and like because trust me, like I get it. Like sometimes it'd be cool to experience certain situations with certain people. You know what I mean? Uh, like for example, I'm gonna be going to Cali, or not Cali, Vegas here in a little bit, in a couple weeks. I'm gonna go see Don Omar, and I'm going with friends and stuff like that. But it would also be cool to have somebody to go with sometimes, because my buddy's going with his girl, my other buddy's going with his girl, and I'm going with my buddy. We're what would you say, six wheeling or something? But you know what I mean. Like it would be cool to everybody be able to take the person that they're with, and then have like a dope ass weekend. So that's why like certain situations like that. But then other times, like when I see like some of these issues that go on with not just you guys, but just other people, and I'm like, damn, like that's why I'm single. That's why I'm not doing that, because it's just a whole lot of shadiness going out here, and a whole lot of people like who aren't ready to commit, and that's fine if you're in that season of life not ready to commit. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Uh, and so that's why I wanted to do this, is just sometimes because I know you guys like to hear how like I'm doing and things that are going on with me. I'm able to help you guys, and at the same time, doing this podcast and has been able to help me. Meaning like talking to you guys helps me realize certain things, certain flaws that I have, and I'm able to fix it or change it, or do whatever I need to do to make sure I'm okay. And it helps with you know I'm not gonna say when, but I messed up a certain situation because I was, this is why I say I'm not perfect. I messed up a certain situation because I was talking to somebody, and then I accidentally sent a message to somebody else, or I accidentally sent the message to that person, and it was meant for somebody else. And I messed up that situation, and I felt like this chick she was pretty cool, but I messed things up, and I'm okay with that. Like I live with the consequences. That's I chose to do that, and to be talking to two different girls at the same time. But again, at the same time, my thing was I'm single. I'm single, and I can do single things. Um, but at the same time, I shouldn't be putting people through that because I wouldn't want to be put through that. So maybe that's why karma. That's why I always say like karma happens. Be careful what you put out there because you're gonna get it back in tenfold. Um, and so that's why plus I'm like summer's coming around. Hot baby mama summer is coming around. Well, let me explain where that comes from. Some people are like, "Oh, you're just into baby mamas." No. So what happened was that I had dated a girl, and she was a mom, obviously. And then I had after that didn't work out, I went on a date with a girl, and she also happened to be a mom. And then some people saw me and they thought that I was just like into moms, like that was my thing. N- And I just embraced it. I was like, people are talking about it anyways. Let me just embrace it, and that's gonna be it. And so now I'm now like baby mama this, baby. I don't care if they have kids or don't have kids. Only thing that matters to me is like, do they want my kids on them or in them? Like that's the big joking. But you know what I mean? Like it's if they have kids, cool. Too many kids would probably be an issue for me just because I don't have kids and I don't want to go from like 0 to 5, right? Like that shit would be wild for me. Um, so but or if they don't have kids, I'm okay with that too. And if they don't want kids, I'm okay with that too. I'm in no hurry. I'm just trying to live life. I'm trying to experience life. I'm trying to do cool things, different things. And so like randomly going to concerts, because originally like the Onomata concert, I was gonna go by myself. Then my buddy was like, "Hey, I want to go too." Boom, made it happen. My other two buddies Boom, we want to go too. Made it happen. And now like a bunch of us are gonna go. I was gonna go regardless by myself. I was gonna go. But then it turned into that. So that's why like going and like I have some cool opportunities that I'm gonna do out there too. Last time I know you guys saw that I went and filmed a $20 million house. This time I think I'm gonna film one that's um 34 million, I think so. So 34 million. So I'm excited for that. Just like doing stuff like that, getting those opportunities to be able to record that and just because not a lot of people have access to these places, right? And it's cool that I'm able to get in there and like make cool stuff. So I'm also maybe I'll make some TikToks in there and just different things. So it'll be fun. And then there's something that I also want to do in Vegas. Since I'm having my buddies go with me, maybe it's something I can pull off now. Because usually, like the videos that I want to do, you can't do by yourself. Like I need somebody to hold the camera for me. So it might be something I try to do while I'm out there. So I'm excited for that. Just bring you guys different stuff because I know you guys like it when you guys ask me the questions, and then I give my responses. And then I also have like when I have guests on, like I've had Jackie, Melissa, Maria, Carla, Karina, and I'm looking to get some guys on here too, like also asking them questions. So I'm looking for that, and I'm also looking for more guests. That way you guys can get somebody else's opinions, like how somebody else is, because some people might be different. Some people might be not as freaky, and people be real freaky. So it totally depends. And it'd be cool to get another guy on here and ask him questions. Like what if who knows what kind of responses we get from him. And I'm not gonna be like, oh, like if he's not how I am, I'm not gonna post him. No, like if he wants to be, if he's a certain way, you know what I mean? Like if he has the whole um you know how those I forgot what we called it, but when they're like, oh, like if I'm like a high value man, I can cheat or stuff like that. I'll post that stuff, again, because it's his opinion. Same thing with like mine, like it's my opinion, like certain things that I say. And if you like it, cool. If you don't like it, then that's cool too. And same with him, like I would want to have somebody else's opinion and ask, or what if he agrees or what if he disagrees on certain things, getting his side and why he thinks like that, I think would be really cool. So that's why I want to do that. So yeah, if you guys know anybody, like let me know. Because not everybody is comfortable with talking about certain situations like that. And I get it. That's just how guys are. So uh but just back to the whole like, hey, let's do like this year I'm gonna do things more with a purpose. Like, am I looking to just have fun with somebody, or if I'm looking to be serious with somebody? Am I looking to actually give somebody the time of day or not give someone the time of day? Like these are some things that I have to actually sit down and evaluate to see if it's something I want to do right now. Because what I wouldn't want is me to start talking to somebody and they're not okay with what I do right now. You know what I mean? Like answering these questions, doing this type of stuff, uh, getting on live and just like messing around with all you guys and stuff like that. So like I don't want somebody to be like, no, you can't do that. You- Um, so you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying that anyone has to be okay with that. Meaning like if that's not cool with you, totally fine. Like if it's not cool with you, that's totally fine. We're just not meant for each other at the moment, because that's something that I'm going to continue to do. I'm not going to stop doing it. And because I like doing this stuff, I like talking with you guys. I like chatting with you guys. I like going to different cities and like meeting some of you guys. It's cool. Like every time I go somewhere, somebody always shows me around, shows me some cool places and stuff like that. And I love that. And I wouldn't want, like, say I do get with somebody, they're like, oh, you're just going out there to hang out with a bunch of girls, like do this, do that. Like, why are you flirting with them online? Like I don't want that. So that's why like I also say this, like I'm okay like with like them not wanting to be comfortable with that. Like that's something I came to accept. If they're not okay with whatever, like just the stuff that I do, because I know it's different. It's not normal. Um, and so that's why I say like it's okay if that's not something that they want to be put through or like are okay with. Um, so if it's not for them, then that's totally fine. So I've actually came to the realization that I'm okay with that. If they want to tell me, oh, hey, this is not going to work out because this is what you do. I can't handle this. I can't do that. I don't like it when you do this. And that's totally fine. I'm not forcing anybody to put themselves through this stuff. Um, but one thing I will not do is stop because it's fun. Like I have fun talking with you guys. It's a good time. Um, I get to meet a whole bunch of people. I get to, open new opportunities and meet people I would have never met. But because of TikTok, I was able to meet them and have these conversations. And like I'm thinking long term here. I'm not thinking like, oh, let me just get someone in lockdown real quick. It'd be cool, like if someone was cool with what I do, and then also adding to the content. Like yo, this is what we're doing. Or we had this issue and this is how we were able to fix it, or things like that. That will probably come later on. We'll see. Who knows? I just might just be single for the longest time. um, and the same thing, like I tell you guys all the time, is like, don't be in a hurry to be with somebody. Are you just looking to get hurt with somebody? Like take your time, figure out if people are for you, and if they're for you, which is perfect. That I talk about that too. Um, the other day, I posted a TikTok that said, it was basically saying that if you bring something up, like if you have some sort of issue or anything like that, I also did a whole podcast episode. Is if you bring something up and it makes them run away, like this girl, she literally said, like, let me see if I can get into it. It was actually today she responded to the comment. Oh shit! Sorry if you guys hear that. Sorry, my bad, my bad. um, so someone said that, hey, I brought this up because I said, hey, if this is an issue, um, if you bring it up and it makes them run away, then it was only a matter of time before they were gonna leave. Um, and I was like, yeah, I was like, but you just sped up the process. I think I responded with like, hey, it sucks, but it was only a matter of time before that person was gonna leave. You just sped up the process, and that's fine because if you bring up like, hey, what are we, or if you're looking for something serious, like, what are your goals with me, and it makes them run away, they were going to leave eventually. Like it was only a matter of time. Because if that was the catalyst, like if I'm into somebody, I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm looking for something serious. I just want to see like if we're actually pretty compatible. Like trust me, I'm only with you. Like I'm only talking to you and things like that, and then just go from there. Not being um I would not be like, oh shit. If I didn't want a relationship with this person, I'd be like, oh, she's catching feelings. I need to dip out. This is not it. And things like that. I would totally like start thinking things like that because I've done it before. When I didn't want to be in a relationship with somebody, some of these conversations would come up and I would instantly be like, dang, she's catching feelings. Like, I don't know if I want to do this. Um, I would just here to have a good time, you know? But if I'm into somebody and that conversation happens, because it's happened before too, like with an ex, I was I basically told him, yeah, I'm looking for something serious with you. I'm trying to see where things go, see how we are here in the next few months too. Like if we're still together, if we're still talking, uh, because like what if something happens and then you're just like, I don't want to do this anymore. Um, because you get to know someone over time, like getting that's why when people start dating like 2 3 weeks in or like a month in, like you guys barely know each other, and I get it. Like you have those intense feelings in the beginning, that puppy love, that honeymoon phase, and I get it, trust me. But just slowing the brakes down a little bit, pumping the brakes, slowing down a little bit, and just seeing where things go, because 5 6 months could be a different story, um, or if not a little bit longer. Like I said, I usually wait 6 months to a year before I actually become official with somebody. I become exclusive to a person way before that, but that's just usually when I'm just like, you know what, I really want to do something like have something serious with this person. Let's see where it goes, or I'm gonna ask her to be my girlfriend or something like that. Have that conversation. Um, so that's why, like, I thought. See, that's the thing. Like, I thought I was open to it, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, maybe me being like that, where I'm like, fuck this. You're not consistent with me. I'm out. It could be that they're busy or that's just how they am. But again, I'm just not giving them the benefit of the doubt, and I check out super quick because trust me, it's happened. and it happened. Like I check out super quick. I'm like, they're not consistent. Fuck this. I'm out. Like I'm not gonna deal with this bullshit. Also, too, because I'm like I'm a pretty cool guy. I'm not boring. I'm not like some of these dudes that don't got nothing going on and shit like that. And you're not giving me any I'm not forcing somebody to give me attention, but I'm like, damn, like why wouldn't you want to give me attention? Like or feel like or make me feel like you're also interested in this because yeah, as soon as I feel like you're not interested, I'm right away I start thinking, overthinking at its finest. I'm just like, I don't think they're into this. They're probably talking to somebody else, and they're trying to see where different situations go. And because if I do find out you're talking to somebody else, I'm out. I'm just like, yo, choose him. I'm good. I'm not gonna sit here and compete with anybody. Like, I know what I bring to the table. If that's what you want to do, if you want to talk to this person, go with them. Go with them. I'm not gonna sit here and like try to. If you want to see where this goes, let's make it happen. Let's see what happens. But me being like, oh no, pick me, pick me. Nah, been there, done that. Um, and then you're just the whole time, like, especially like a guy. They're like, damn, like, is she hanging out with him? Is she, and just things like that. So I would just rather not put myself in that position. And that's why I said, and that's okay. Like if you want to date multiple people, totally fine. Nothing wrong with that. Am I gonna compete with somebody else? Hell no. If you want to, you know what I mean. Like if you're talking to somebody else, cool. Nothing wrong with that. You're single. You can do single things. Like nothing wrong with that. Am I gonna compete and try to like? No, no, come with me. I'm good. I don't do that. And like, if you don't see what I bring to the table, and that's fine. Maybe you don't see it, and I'm okay with that. But I would rather be somebody who's also trying to invest their time with me and not trying to, invest their time into somebody else. Uh, Again, I'm not telling anybody to change their ways for me. You know what I mean? Like if that's what you want to be doing, seeing what's out there, dating different people, nothing wrong with that at all, and I'm okay with that. If a girl would tell me, "Yo, like I'm dating multiple people right now," cool. Do your thing, girl. Do your thing. Am I gonna be in your thing? No, I'm gonna go do my thing. You know what I mean? Like I'm I I'm better off single. You know what I mean? Like I'm better off over here by myself where I was at, doing my thing, hustling, instead of me being like, yo, like is she like hanging out with him? Like is she into him? Am I wasting my time? Cause that's how I am. Like I start thinking about things like that. And I would rather not. Um and it's hard not to think like that. Like for me. That's why that's just how I am. I can't like turn it off. I can't say, "Oh, like don't think like that. Don't think like that." It just happens. Like that's why like when people are like, "Oh, I just can't stop." I mean, I understand it because like certain things happen with me and I just can't turn it off. Just like that. Because I've tried again, I've said I've tried it before and just the whole time I was like, are they talking to somebody else? Are they even into me? Like, what if she's just like playing me? And just like all those thoughts just sit there and then it just makes you like sick to your stomach and then you start like questioning everything. And, it just a downward spiral. And yes, I overthink like that. So, and I know how I am. That's why I would rather not put myself in that situation, if that makes sense. Because I know how I am. I'd rather just be like, all right, that sucks. I wanted to see where that went, but I'm not gonna put myself in that situation. I would rather just be like, all right, cool, that sucks, and then move on. Because when you start talking with somebody and then you find that out or you figure that out or if that happens, don't get me wrong, it sucks because you're just like, damn, she was pretty cool, but I'm not gonna do that because I know how I am. You know, uh, so that's why. And people see, this is why I like doing the podcast because you guys get to learn that I'm not perfect. I never said I was, and I never said anybody else is perfect. We all have our issues, we all have our things that we're trying to deal with, and we just try to deal with them one step at a time. This is something that I've been trying to work on, and it's not going to change overnight, and it's not going to. Who knows? Like it may never change. Uh, just because back before when I was going to therapy, like we were trying to fix. It was just something like it just kept happening. It's not like I was forcing myself to do it. It just that's where my mind naturally goes. Uh, to there, and like you know what I mean. Like it's hard to explain, but it's something I can't control and it just happens. And I'd rather just not put myself in that situation. That was a conversation I had. is just don't put yourself in those situations. Just take yourself out. If you know you're like that, just take yourself out before it gets worse, or if it gets before you get hurt, or anything like that. Because ending something like a few weeks into something or a month into something is way better than ending something talking to somebody 8 months to a year because you spent so much time investing so much time into this person, and because that sucks. You know what I mean? Like, but a week, few weeks, you're just like, oh well, and then you keep it moving. Um, so, but that's where I'm at right now. Is just, I wanted to give you guys an update saying like, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. You know, just do me, focus on me. And if somebody wants to be interested, like they gotta show they're interested. Like I'm not gonna sit here and like chase anybody, because you slowly start kind of like changing your ways a little bit. But then all of a sudden, like I was like, yo, Ed, that's not you, man. That's not you. You shouldn't have to be like putting in this effort, like if they don't show you any effort, they're probably not interested. And that's okay. Like not everyone is for everyone. And so that's why I'm just like, I'm tired of these like half-ass conversations with people just like um, bringing no substance. Like I posted that earlier, like people bringing no substance to your life, just asking what you're doing, how's your day, like what are you doing now, like and things like that. I'm just like, nah, like those conversations. I'm like, these are so fucking boring. Like I don't. I was like, are they even interested if they're asking me basic ass questions like that? And like I'm not interested in um, getting asked basic ass questions like that. I'm just like, here we go again. Favorite color, black and red. How old are you? 35. What are you doing? Editing. um, Instead of being like, hey, yo, like this, like let's talk about this, let's talk about this, let's talk about some spicy stuff, like this, because we're adults at the end of the day. Like, um, keeping each other engaged in conversation is like what I like to do. And if I'm doing all the engaging and the other person seems like they're not interested, I'm out, and then there's people who are like, yeah, like, oh, I'm interested. But then your conversations clearly say that you're not interested to me, someone who's interested is actually going to put in a little bit more effort, I would think. Uh, so that's why I was like, and it's crazy how that clip popped up for me. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe this is a sign saying that I need to do the same thing. It's just like wipe out everybody, even like acquaintances, like people who are like half-ass in your life, like all this stuff. Like just cut people out. Like people who want to be involved in your life, put in the effort. You know what I mean? Like I know I get busy. Like shout out to my friends that I do have, uh, and still that know I'm super busy right now, but they know what I'm trying to do. And even like when I get a chance to hang out, it's like we never left. You know what I mean? Uh, like my buddy Julio. I don't get to see him as often as I used to, but every time we hang out, it's a vibe. Every time we hang out, it's like right back to being like really super close friends. Like we've never left before. So that's why and they still invite me. They're always inviting me to do stuff, they always invite me to do, and I try to make it happen, but when you get busier and busier and busier and busier, and my top priority is to blow everything I have up, meaning like not in a bad way, like hustle, hustle, hustle. Because if you keep grinding right now, later on you can just like chill, relax, and you know have a little bit more time for friends and just like hanging out. So but I wanted to let you guys know. Let me know what you guys think. Because on Spotify you can send questions, you can do stuff like that. So if you're there, let me know like what season in life you're in right now. Are you in the season of you're looking for somebody? Are you in the season of you're just doing you? That's my biggest thing. Like where are you guys right now? Because everybody's in a different situation. Me, I feel like I'm more of like I'm still trying to focus on myself just because like anything that's half-ass, I still just like I'm all right, cool. That's not me. They're not into me. Just keep focusing on me. And so maybe it's just because that's where I am still and not really looking for anybody. Or maybe it's just because I have my what I want from somebody super high and I won't take less. So let me know where you guys at. If you guys are on YouTube, comment. If you guys are on Spotify, messages. If this happens to end up a clip, let me know. Let me know. I'll probably make it into a clip just so I can know where you guys are at. So Susia necklaces are coming soon. They got delivered to the wrong address. Still trying to figure it out. If we can't find them, then they're going to re-engrave them and then ship them back out. Um, which who knows how long it's gonna take, man. It's just been a nightmare so far. Um, they put the wrong address, not me. I saw the address that they put. Like the one they put it, because it's not the address that they put or where it got delivered. The way they put it on the thing, it UPS couldn't find the address, and then they just got the closest matching thing, which who knows what it is, because when they sent me the picture, I'm like, where the fuck's that? Like, none of these places around here look like that. So I'm gonna try to get them. I'm trying to get them. So trust me, we're gonna get them. If you guys want to get pins, I sell the pins. If you guys want to get these shirts, Stepdaddy in Training, Stepdaddy season is coming this summer. So make sure you have your tee, because when I go to the park and take my nephew, and they see this shirt, they're gonna be like, you know what? He has a purpose being out here, and I am attracted to that. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you guys.